by Jesus. Back again for the 1v1.
Another 1v1 session.
Another 1v1.
Definitely.
The last one was hot.
Yeah.
You're already here, but amazing. Now we have you.
Yeah.
So let me just get right into it, guys.
Yeah.
We're going to start with Ryan Gravenberch and Rodri.
Ryan Gravenberch and Rodri.
Bit unfair.
I mean, I feel like it's a bit unfair because man, Rodri won whatever.
Ballon d'Or.
Thank that Ballon d'Or.
The treble.
Thank that Ballon d'Or, by the way. But
the levels he hit.
The levels he hit, man. And how City dropped off when he wasn't there. I'm not sure whether he's still the same player right now, but man.
But could you say he thugged it by a whisker? Like, something small? Because
I know Rodri thugged that Ballon d'Or. Rodri thugged that Ballon d'Or. Rodri thugged that.
Undeserved. How many?
Undeservedly.
Yeah. One. Okay, for that.
Yes, one.
Exactly.
You're saying he didn't deserve it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
it was
he
undeserved.
deserved that Ballon d'Or.
If they were giving it to a City guy, it had to be.
Cool.
It had to be.
The guy.
It had to be.
Haaland.
Yes.
Okay.
What are you going to get Haaland?
Because how does Haaland... Anyway, back to without drifting too much, man. I think... Okay, Gravenberch had a very good breakout season. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So, I'm just wondering, right now, current form of players.
Yes.
Like, who would you rather take if you had to choose? If, like, let's say man is to sign like a BM, a CM or whatever. Would you take Rodri, the current Rodri, not post Ballon d'Or Rodri, but like the current Rodri, or Gravenberch right now? I think if we're talking the current state right now, I'd go with Gravenberch. Because man, I'm not yet seen, and City guys say Rodri came back when he was not,
Rodri.
He's not yet Rodri, but you never know he's going to come back get back into his trade. But me, right now, I would choose Gravenberch. If I'm just to pick between the two players, though, I would just have to go with Rodri, man. I just have to go with Rodri. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but man.
This is so tricky. If we're talking about the hardest seasons, right? We've watched them in the Premier League, obviously. Man, Rodri is like he's up there. To be honest, in terms of the prime number sixes we've seen. Ryan Gravenberch this season has been something special, breath of fresh air. His half turns, the way he beats men. I could say Gravenberch beats Rodri in certain abilities, but Rodri, in terms of what you need from an out and out six, Rodri edges him. Yes.
Yeah, me personally, I feel like this was quite unfair. Because, the Gravenberch thing, I feel like Gravenberch has just had a good season this season.
Yeah, he just had
because we had him already in the previous season. And I mean, it was more or less Gravenberch. I don't know who that Gravenberch was, but
it's like they signed a new player.
It's like they signed a new player, by the way.
And Rodri has proven himself throughout all seasons. I mean, he could be the hardest CDM we have in the Prem. Besides,
when he's fit.
Yes, when he's fit.
When
and
he's fit,
everything.
like
no one comes close to Rodri. I'm afraid to say so.
Me, I would say...
Obviously, for him, Birmingham is Spain.
If we're going currently, I'll go Gravenberch.
Currently.
Yes. Currently, because currently Rodri is injured, is coming back into his stride. Gravenberch has had a very scintillating season. I think he has done really well under Arne Slot, and there's probably something about Arne Slot also not changing so much from Klopp's
style,
But
me I would go Gravenberch right now.
You could say there's a difference of how Klopp used to play Gravenberch and how Slot plays, because if you had to look at the 4-3-3 Klopp was playing, he used to play him in the one of the 10s, right? He never used to play him as one of the 6s. Now Slot just switched him into being the anchor for the midfield 3, and that he's really thriving.
So they unlocked a new Gravenberch.
He's a new player, to be honest. You could say he has been the hardest number 6 this season in the Premier League.
Definitely.
No one Maybe Caicedo could have done something.
Are you bringing Caicedo into this argument? Really, let's not bring Caicedo here, please.
But Caicedo has really hit a new level in Chelsea this season, right?
Yes.
To a player resembling the Caicedo they bought from Brighton.
Level that we really want yet. I could say it is.
But may I think
it looks like it's
because he was our player of the season. Like we gave him that award, voted by fans, even players, player of the season. So undoubtedly, May knew that was our player of the season in terms of consistency. So man, I think Rodri at his prime was still had that Caicedo. But Caicedo is young, 23 or 24, still developing.
But if we were to take it just the way you said, if we were to pick right now,
if I pick right now,
and if you are the manager or scout of a certain team, or whichever team you support, who would you buy? Would you buy Rodri now and hope that he gets back in his stride, or will you go with
Gravenberch?
Who has just
to be honest, okay, now if you ask it like that, I would gamble on Rodri. That's the thing. I would throw all the physios at him. I don't even know nutritionist. Everything. We'll inject those legs. Everything. We'll make sure he's back to Rodri. Because man, at his best, he's
I think City once won the cup before again when Rodri was back from injury. I don't know which season that was. Where he got injured and came back for like the last half of the season.
I'm trying to remember.
I don't know if it was Rodri.
I think it's the season before last season.
Before last season,
Yes. So Rodri is quite he's a machine.
Let's go with Rodri.
If I'm buying for my team, right? To be honest, I low-key hate both of these players because the teams they come from, I'm a little bit biased from the red side of things, but for my team, I would take Gravenberch. Because there's a way we need someone who's so sleek in like very close spaces. And sometimes Rodri is a bit too static.
But he's the type of guy who can
on the half turn,
Gravenberch
is way better than Rodri. But in terms of dictating the game, Rodri is faster.
Rodri can control the whole type of
I would go for Gravenberch since he would complement more of the midfielders in my team. And
I get you.
Me, I'd still go for Rodri.
I'll go for Rodri. I'll go for Rodri because Rodri control. I think my knees don't have that player that will control like the tempo of the game. I would be like, okay, guys, let's pass
if
around.
you have Bruno Fernandes, right, you don't need another guy to control the tempo.
With Gravenberch, you need one more season. Just even this season to see whether he
to see whether he, because he has not yet reached Rodri level. So I'll go with Rodri.
So your final take?
Rodri, I'll go with Rodri.
As we're going Gravenberch.
Yes. Fair enough. Rest of the current state of things, I understand, but me, Rodri will fix it.
Because Gravenberch is younger than Rodri as well, so if you're talking about purchase value and real transfer nitty-gritty, you get more value out of Gravenberch in the long run than you would a Rodri.